Hello and good morning. I am the most hungover man in Australia, and Scotland should be as well, celebrating, even making it to play this exhibition game against the giants that is India. I am me, he is him. Good morning, him.
Hey, good morning, me.
This is The Grey Cricketer, as you already know, brought to you by ACCO, India's leading digital insurance company. Pez, why do we bother? Why do we bother?
You upset about this game?
I think it's anathema to society. What? I'm happy that Scotland had a go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
is there any less history between nations than Scotland and India? There's no backstory.
Ooh, well,
I need a backstory.
Let us know in the comments if there's any trade or anything like that.
Oh, he goes, don't you know about the Scottish-India war in...
He goes, can I put it to you in grade terms? That might help you.
Please.
Season's over. Just enjoy yourself out there, boys.
I really thought you were going to stop with season's over, and that was going to be it. Like that was the team talk in fourth grade. Boys, season's over.
Oh,
yeah,
I just want to say, he goes like this was the, India's obviously destroyed Scotland in cricketing terms and grade terms, and I just want to sort of, I guess, precociously or mischievously say that this was the battle of the cellar dwellers of the group.
Yeah.
And, India gave Indians the perfect Diwali gift. Just a bit of a crash and bash, etc. Yeah, a little bit out there about whether India can still make it. And if they do make it, they'll be riding the crest of a wave. Mm-hmm. Not for me. Not for me. The last team you want to be hoping trips up are the Kiwis. So, nevertheless, should we go into the three things?
Yeah, give me the three things, baby.
Oh, look, game over at the toss. He goes, maybe game over at the release of the schedule.
But, this was the most one-sided game I've seen in a minute. And I've seen a lot of minutes and games.
Starting to get a little bit silly, like for these teams that are kind of clambering to achieve second spot in the group. The entire subtext of every game has been net run rate. Like it's almost in a way kind of... diminished the integrity of just a game of cricket between two competing sides. It's like, how much can you smash these cellar dwellers by to see if you might be able to make it?
Yeah, I likened this to when I won my Division 3 Manly Warringah Championship with my football team, and there was one team in there that got beaten like 10-0 every week, and the competition with like the race for the top four who got into Europe the following year, which was surprising to go from Manly Div 3 into Europe. But there was like this team that got smashed every week, and it was a competition within the competition. It's like you score as many goals mercilessly against this weak, beater, cuck team. You fucking pick the ball out of the net and you run it back to halfway and you plant it down, you kick it in the goal again. Humiliate them.
Exactly.
That's exactly what this was.
And, and it was 29 for 4 at the end of the seventh over. They were as Fatty Vorton used to say. He goes, and our Indian audience will understand this. Gone.
Of course.
Just like you last night, and just like us tonight, hopefully, if you are deciding to double up and tip a few in for Australia, the Windies.
I've got to go back to back. I've got to follow you in there. Yeah. What, mate? I can't. Jadeja and Shami 3 for 15 each, right? Like they both got 3 for 15. Like nice to see, I suppose. Whatever. Like there's so little to talk about in this game. Just because there was an international team playing against twos.
Yeah.
And that's really harsh against India.
Don't forget Muncy though. Muncy with his 100th cap. He alphaed Ashwin with some reverse stuff, and that annoyed Ashwin, and that was funny.
That was funny actually.
He didn't have it all his own way, Ravichandran. But, Jadeja and Shami killed them. It was just, Jadeja, little changes of pace, Shami hitting pads and blowing up stumps and blowing off pads and all that kind of stuff. And Scotland basically, they just, carved their way to 84, 85 or some shit. I think this is probably this is our best review so far, without doubt. I can tell at this moment this review is very much annoying people who just want to come and bathe in an Indian win, because you people at home, I know. I've looked at CricBuzz's report of this. The spin is already on for people to be enjoying this win. Yes, India may not make it. It's been a bit difficult with tosses, etc. Kohli was even saying this. They put a bit of pressure on us over an over or two against New Zealand, etc. But now Indians can be proud of the way their team is finally playing now. No, you can't. Yeah. You lose 2 games in the group. You give yourself a chance to miss out. It's not good enough. But anyway, they've destroyed Scotland here. And so let's talk about the second innings, he goes. And the second thing, runs at pace. 6.3 overs. So here's a game of cricket. He goes, an international game of cricket where there's 2 teams that play. Team one plays in the first innings. Man, imagine somebody telling Bradman about this 40 years ago, 60 years ago. You know,
first of all, he'd be like, "Wait, the Emirates are united?" That's the first thing he'd say.
Hey Don. So is he? Hey Don. In the future, 2 teams will play. There'll be two innings. India will play Scotland. Hey Don. And in the second innings,
very short attention span.
In the second innings, you can chase down the total in 6.3 overs and the game's over. 11 is it still 11 players aside? Yeah. Still 11 aside. Is it international billing and stuff? Yeah, ICC. What's that? That's the International Chamber of Commerce.
Brad would be confused about a lot of things. Is Ashton actually going to bowl this one? You know,
I just see this game. I'm like 6.3 overs. And they got there enough time to leapfrog Afghanistan. KL Rahul 50 off 19. If you're joining the sport of cricket, and Rohit 30 off 16. And flipping, whipping, stroking, crashing, bashing, caressing, lofting, whatever you want to call it, all done 6.3 overs. What I want to talk about here, goes Kohli 2 off 2.
Yeah. What a knock. What a captain. What a leader.
Well, and I want to shout out the final word here in Dan Norcross, he goes, because I didn't pick this up, and Dan Norcross did. The third thing I've got here, he goes. Do you want to say anything about the batting, by the way?
I really like KL Rahul, and I reckon he's a bit underrated. Is that possible? If you play for India, are you underrated?
I don't reckon he's
Maybe
underrated
not.
in India. That's my suspicion.
Yeah.
But he is here.
Yeah. I had a look at his innings, and I thought, this guy is a good player. And I didn't have any syllables between any of those words, no gaps.
Totally.
This guy's a good player. Yeah.
Totally. He's a good player.
Yeah. I like the idea that the Indians at home are just come on, boys, like, let's celebrate this. Nah, you fucked it. You fucked the entire group. Your team's shit. Fuck off.
Now, the third thing he goes.
Sorry. I should have said nothing within these innings.
India lifts its net run rate. Yeah. Does it matter? Now, this is what I want to pick up that Dan says. Mm-hmm. Now, I mentioned the last game, he goes, all of this leapfrogging Afghanistan or whatever, it's neither here nor there. They've always needed Afghanistan to beat New Zealand, right? Yep. But here's the deal.
What's the T?
And this is what Dan Norcross picked up. India may have beaten Afghanistan let me start again. India may have beaten Scotland by 2. Let me do it one more time because my brain is also dumb.
Yeah.
India may have also beaten Scotland too well. They've surged past Afghanistan in the net run rate. They need Afghanistan to beat New Zealand. Afghanistan now need to beat New Zealand for themselves to make it in like 14 overs. Because India's destroyed their net run rate, Afghanistan have a 2-prong issue now to make it. They need to beat New Zealand and they need to leapfrog India. So now they need to... Afghanistan need to smash New Zealand.
Yeah, I got it.
And in doing so, they diminish their chances of beating New Zealand. Isn't cricket a fucking great sport? Not only do these weird things happen, but then you get dumb people trying to explain it to you from Melbourne who can't talk. All right, you go.
Mate, I'm so hungover. I don't want to drink tonight. Don't make me watch the cricket.
You're drinking. I need someone to drink with me.
Yeah.
All right. I have a hard life as it is.
Zampa to get wickets.
Mate, kids are on my back.
Mate, that's quite a thing, isn't it? I talked to Bradman about that. First of all, just the idea of time travel, first of all, is quite an interesting piece. I know you're talking to Bradman about time travel.
I feel like Bradman would understand it actually immediately.
How's his late cut? Okay, so now... So India actually have cooked themselves a bit. I mean, like, you're asking me, like, net run rate doesn't matter. Mate, has any game in the history of matches played on Saturdays or Fridays or whatever day
Ooh, reckon the boys need a holiday?
And join our live stream tonight for ceaseless and seamless commentary. Ceaseless commentary. That's actually a new side
And
piece we're
seasick
working on.
commentary.
Yeah, different to a C-section commentary. We're doing live pregnancy commentaries. Play by play. What the fuck are we talking about?
Pregnancy
Mate,
watch along.
And then rinsing granddads. Mate, like, this game means so little to me in my entire life that I don't give a fuck about India's net run rate. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, yeah, New Zealand will get through. Afghanistan will have a crack at it. Yeah, England will probably win it. Yeah, what are we doing here?
Oh, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I think, something for the BCCI and the ICC to look at down the track is, what if India had like front loaded these games? They'd won these three against these minnow nations early and taken that momentum into the final few games. They felt their way into the tournament and they're finding themselves in big trouble. Anyway, right. So
how's it going to be that like Australia will probably get into a semi-final and India won't? Like, what does any of this mean?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Well, that's a very deep question. Yeah,
That's quite deep. Yeah.
Thomas Hobbes said life was nasty, brutish, and short, and sometimes
Yeah, that was Hobbs.
Sometimes I think that he was talking about threes at Howell Oval. Now, that's where they train. They obviously don't play. That's a ones and twos ground. Righto. Paz Basra writes in, for hashtag AskTGC, all thanks to ACO, if they're still with us. Paz says, boys, on 5-0. Now, Boris Johnson, was at COP26, not to be confused with CHOP26, saying humanity was 5-1 down at halftime versus climate change, but it is about to become 5-2. Does this mean the end of cricket travel? In fact, did the BCCI, I for Illuminati, arrange the IPL in the Middle East followed by World T20 so that such a large amount of players didn't have to travel? And will they use this to balance their emissions numbers as India continues to grow on fossil fuels? Thoughts?
Quick cricket, get massive is my instinct. That's a really specific lead me down the garden path question, though I like it, Paz.
I've read a newspaper article, and what I'm going to do is, like a ransom note creator, just chop out words, put them on a piece of paper, and then chop out phrases from grade cricket and arrange
like a ransom note.
Because this Ask TGC didn't come on YouTube. I was actually mailed this. It is like a ransom letter.
With a finger.
Different kerning headlines, fonts and stuff. And so I'm actually quite alarmed. This is a message to MI5. Please
With
help me.
a lock of Greta Thunberg's hair. I don't know how he got it, but yeah.
So yeah, Paz, if that's your real name. Whatever you need it to be, brother. I agree with Higgos. Quick cricket, get massive.
This is by far the worst review we've ever done of anything.
It's a very... people are going to start to wonder if this is a very, very elaborate PR campaign to continue producing shit things, following our logo. Now this review.
Yeah.
What are the boys doing? What sort of what campaign is this? Yeah, it's definitely a campaign.
It's a campaign. Well, join us tonight for Australia and the West Indies, or West Indies Australia. I haven't decided which way the fixture is listed just yet, and I'm actually deciding that. Right here on YouTube, get around us. It's going to be great fun, and we'll have a bit more sleep and a few more drinks, so anything could happen, and then it'll just be basically like 4 hours of just using synonyms for chop, essentially. That's the entire stream. I mean, how long is this game going to go for? Like, I'm just so uninspired about this tournament as a whole, and I thought Scotland were unlucky and they deserved to go through. Anything you want to say?
We're taking a holiday after this week, and it's going to be a much needed holiday. So, in case you're wondering whether the last year of work was all just real luck, and this is who we really are, I just urge you to just reflect on the idea that we're taking a holiday for a week or two from next Monday, and I think we hopefully are good to go after that, and I recover from my stutter.
and click subscribe. See you guys tonight.